What is up, everybody? It's your boy. Yep, it's your boy Pigskin Pete. Happy Wednesday to everybody. More importantly, happy Cinco de Mayo to everybody. How many? Let me see a raise of hands in the room here. How many people went out for tacos and margaritas? Well, assuming you drink or you're old enough to drink. How many people went out for tacos and margaritas? Guys, let me see a show of hands there. Cinco de Mayo. Cinco de Mayo is just another Wednesday for Pigskin Pete because we go out to for tacos and margaritas all the time. But you know what the funny thing is? Does anybody in here know? I want to see somebody type it in the chat. Does anybody know what Cinco de Mayo is? Anytime you ask anybody that, they don't know, or either they don't know or they give you the wrong answer. I posed the question to Mrs. Pete earlier tonight. I said, "You know what Cinco de Mayo is, right?" And just like clockwork, she said, "Oh, it's Mexican Independence Day." Nope. Meh, wrong. Wrong.
Claro que sí. Ay, jaja. Sí, señor.
Well, yes. I mean, obviously, Caleb, it's the 5th of May. I mean, literally, Cinco de Mayo means 5th of May. Honestly, I don't even know what it is either. All I know it commemorates a battle won against the French in Mexico sometime, I don't even know, it was in the 1700s, I think, maybe 1800s. Somebody can use the Google machine and tell me. It commemorates a certain battle between the Mexican and the French. That's it. Has nothing to do with independence. But if you're an American, all it means is let's go to the Mexican place and get drunk and eat some tacos. That's what it means here. That's what it means here. Of course, this is a call-in show. If you want to call in tonight, the number to call in is 864-207-4522. I already see some people on the line. Just hold tight, people. I'll get to you in just a couple of minutes, I promise. Let's get through the pleasantries first, of course. My man Golden Blue Dude is the official sponsor of the Pigskin Pete live call-in show this week. The most underrated college football call-in show on all of YouTube. And I saw Golden Blue Dude in here earlier. And he had a good point. He uploaded the video, or if everyone needs to go check out this video. First of all, you should be subscribed to him if you're not already. But anyway, go check him out. You can't miss him, Golden Blue Dude. Does Golden Blue Dude have the most extensive merchandise collection of anybody on YouTube? I mean, this guy's got. He gave me a hoodie at the Slob Olympics, which obviously is too hot to wear now. But you know, a lot of times you buy stuff from merchandise from entertainers or YouTubers or whatever, and the quality is not great on some of them. Okay. I don't know how much you paying for your hoodies to get made and whatnot, but they're worth every penny. I don't even know if you sell them. I'm assuming you do. But he made a video earlier today talking about how what annoys him is conference homers. Now, I don't really think you see that many conference homers in the ACC. I wouldn't even consider myself to necessarily be a conference homer. I stick up for the ACC when it's warranted. And I guess I do root for the ACC to win bowl games and stuff like that. I still wouldn't consider myself necessarily a conference homer. Most SEC fans, it doesn't matter what, look, South Carolina's a perfect example, right? South Carolina, I mean, they have nothing. They have nothing to brag about, literally nothing. Well, unless they were alive in 1969, when pretty much every able-bodied 18-year-old, 19-year-old, 20-year-old man was at war, they fielded a football team that finally won the ACC. Outside of that, they got nothing to brag about except for being in the SEC. So they have that. Anyway, it was a good video. The type of video that pisses a lot of people off, probably mainly SEC fans, maybe some Big Ten fans. I see a lot of Big Ten homers too out there, you know. But anyway, you don't see a whole lot of ACC homers. You don't see a whole lot of Pac-12 homers. Mainly the SEC and the Big Ten. But anyway, shout out to Gold and Blue Dude. Cheers to the chat. First of all, thank you to all the join members, all the members of the Pigskin and Pete channel. Thank you guys so much. You're all amazing and fantastic. If it weren't for you guys, I could not do this show. Believe me, you're the real champions here. Matt Dummett's in the house. Samuel Pate, Caleb the Spelling Bee Man, Wisconsin Sports Fan 100, Tiger Nation. Go Tigers 504 says yo with an X. Yuck. What he says. SEC Dog is here. Something tells me SEC Dogs might be a little bit of an SEC homer. I mean, hell, he named himself after that, didn't he? Anyway, SEC Dog's good people, no matter whether he's an SEC homer or not. LW. Richard Williams. Hey, Pete. And I responded with, hey, Dad, SEC Dog, I was not talking to you. Richard Williams actually is my dad. By marriage, not by blood. Yes, that's right. He is my father-in-law. Really. Golden Blue Dude. Jordan Bowman, Justin Foster coming back is huge for our defensive end room. He's an experienced player that's a starter, reps under his belt. I'm glad his health has improved. Yes, so this is big news. This is amazing and fantastic news, as a matter of fact. A lot of bad news, over the past year for everybody. I mean, and generally in the off season, this time of year, anytime you see your team in the headlines of any sports news, it's 95% of the time it's bad news. Somebody got hurt. Somebody got arrested. Somebody got a hangnail. I mean, whatever it is. A toe fungus, possibly. But do you guys remember? Well, I know Clemson fans remember, but everybody else. A few months ago, well, right after the season ended, really, back in January, Justin Foster, experienced defensive lineman, defensive end for Clemson, upperclassman, announced his retirement. You don't see this very often in college sports where these guys retire. They say, I'm done with football, basically. It was a terrible story. He got coronavirus. He got COVID last fall. He has a history of asthma and respiratory problems. And he had lingering effects due to having COVID. So at the direction of his doctors and family, whatnot, he decided he's going to hang it up, even though he didn't want to. Well, I guess things have improved so much. His doctors have cleared him to play, and he contacted Clemson and said, hey, I'm coming back, baby. So this is great news for first of all, I'm happy for him that he gets to come back and play. Because clearly he wanted to. It was not, this was something that he didn't want to retire. It also creates depth. Now, Clemson's defense is absolutely loaded this year. It's loaded. It's as loaded as any defense in the country, really. But one of the problems we've had, it was certainly last year, maybe even the season before that a little bit, was depth. So, he makes a good point here. He says he might not see a whole lot of snaps. I don't know. I think he's a veteran. And maybe because of his health condition, he won't see a whole lot of snaps, but it creates depth, and you need that if you're looking at making a run, in the postseason. So shout out to Justin Foster. Great news. Traveling Fools is here. Kenneth C. Shannon Mitchell. DeGoat Watson. Yes. DeGoat Watson is the GOAT, by the way, in case you didn't know that. Zach the Purdue fan. Shred Nar says, what's up, Senor Peete? What's up, buddy? Troy Jeffcoat. Just a Michelob Ultra for me, he says. No margaritas. Simple. He's a simple man. What's that song? A simple kind of man. You guys know that song? That's Troy Jeffcoat. Simple kind of man. P Digits is here. Kevron Harris. What's up, man? Jerome Shit Talking Pruitt. Hey, Pete. What's up, buddy? Ray Finkel's Creepy Bedroom. Says, sorry, buddy, I'm late. Please forgive me. You are forgiven. Say 3 Hail Marys. And that's it. All right. All right. All right. Enough of that. Let's get to what we're all really here for. Nobody's here to listen to me babble on about anything. I've learned that over the years. I'm a very smart man. Actually, I'm not very smart, but I do learn from my mistakes. And my mistake is thinking that people actually give a shit about what I say. They don't. They're really here to listen to what you say. That's it. What's up? You're on with Pete.
Yeah, good evening, Pete. It's Caleb the Spelling Bee Man here. How are you tonight?
Yes, thank you. I'm amazing and fantastic. How is your Cinco de Mayo going?
Amazing and fantastic. I
Good.
went and saw my dad today.
Oh, good.
Also, just came back from not too long ago.
How's he doing?
Yes, so my day's been pretty well. And do you mind if I give an update on him really quick before I jump into the
Yeah,
phone
sure.
call?
Go ahead. How's he doing?
So he's doing good. He's breathed on his own for over 24 straight hours. So tomorrow they're going to do a swallow test to make sure that he can start to eat foods again. And if that goes well, they're going to try to downsize his trach and eventually try to get him into a normal room and then try to get it out and get him out of the hospital and get him home.
Great. That's great news.
That's the next step from here.
That's great news.
Yes.
Good.
Yeah. I definitely, we might see him I think we might see him on September 4th if we're all there. That's what my hope is.
Yes. So you think that, well, how long is that? Let's do the math here. It's May now. What, 4 months from now, right? Almost exactly 4 months.
Yep.
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 So he's projected to be home and doing well within the next 4 months.
Yes, that's what we're hopeful for. If he's
Great.
ahead of a couple of weeks ago, they said 6 months, but I think he's a little bit ahead of what people thought
Okay.
when they first put the trach on.
Good.
Because that's just my feeling. I mean, it's not a medical feeling, but it's what I feel is how well he's doing.
Good.
So we'll see.
That's great news.
But yeah, man, I was just gonna call in. So I heard a little bit about the Justin Foster story. Is what I was just gonna make it quick tonight. So with his return to the team, does he bring to the club?
Depth. He brings depth.
Okay.
So, I mean, that's really mainly it. I mean, Jordan Bowman was correct in saying, yeah, it's nice to have him back and all, but he's probably not going to see the field a whole lot. But as we all know, things can go sideways in a hurry. With injuries or whatever happens, and having an experienced guy, because Clemson's defense is extremely young. I mean, but they're not as young as they were last year. But they still have a ton of sophomores. Like they had a bunch of freshmen on the team last year. So to have a veteran guy there for depth is key. Especially at that position, defensive end.
Yeah. So yeah, he plays DN. Well, I was going to ask you, you said your Cinco de Mayo went well, sir. Did you go out and you went out to a Mexican restaurant today?
Yes. We go there at least once a week, though. Anyway, so like I said, it's not like the funny thing is, you know, we normally go in there. It's usually kind of busy, but you know, I mean, you don't have a problem getting a seat, or you know, it's not that crowded. Well, you go in there on Cinco de Mayo, everybody and their mother is there. You know, it's funny how many people just go to eat Mexican just because it's Cinco de Mayo. And of course, all the restaurants have specials. You know, they got this on, you know, $5 margaritas, whatever the case is. So they capitalize on it too. But yeah, for me, it was just another Wednesday. We like I said, we go there all the time.
Yeah, same with me. Yeah, me and my mom, when we left the hospital day, we ate at a Mexican restaurant over there in Macon where my dad's at the hospital. So yeah. we had a pretty good day. Well, as always, I thank you for taking my call, Pete.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to be quick tonight and just check in, man. You have a good night, sir.
All right, thank you, Caleb. Caleb checking in with us.
Yes, sir.
This next call ought to be interesting. Anybody else who wants to call in, the number to call in is 864-207-4522. The lines are wide open. Good afternoon. You're on with Pete.
Good evening, Pete. This
Yes.
is Edward calling in. How you doing?
Edward!
On Wednesday night.
Oh my God, Edward. The response from Monday night's Lunch Money show is one like I haven't seen ever. You know that?
Yes.
You are the talk of the town. You are all the rage, sir.
Yes. I have to say.
Yeah. Anybody who hasn't listened to the Monday night's Lunch Money show, I would advise that you do it. Now, here's what I will tell you. Be careful about who you're around when you listen to it. And also, if you're easily offended by non-conventional language, I'm trying to navigate this, Edward. Help me out. If you're easily offended by non-conventional language, then don't watch it.
You know.
Okay, but but Edward came on and gave us relationship advice / intimacy advice for anybody who had questions in the chat, and I got to say, you knocked it out of the park, Edward. You did great.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Yes. Go ahead.
I didn't say anything.
Okay. I do have a. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I didn't say anything.
You're gonna say go ahead.
No, I didn't say anything.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought you did. All right. Well, anyway, I do have a question I'd like to ask you. I was gonna ask this on the Tuesday night show, but I guess Luke canceled, so I guess I'll go ahead and ask you this. What's your thoughts on J.C. Horn being drafted over Patrick Surtain?
I mean, well, obviously, J.C. Horn was drafted by my Panthers, and I'm happy to have him. The guy's a monster, even though he is a Gamecock.
Right.
That doesn't matter. You know, in the NFL, it doesn't matter what college you came from, as far as I'm concerned, anyway. Being drafted over Patrick Surtain, I don't know. I mean, the Panthers clearly liked Horn better. No, here's what I will say though. I'm not upset that they drafted J.C. Horn with the 8th overall pick, but I'm still wondering why they didn't draft a quarterback. I mean, Justin Fields was on the board.
Right.
So from that standpoint, I don't get it. I would have liked to have Fields, but outside, yeah, sure.
Okay. All right. Kevin Dog Fan for Life. Shout out to you. Give me one on the others.
Wasn't it? Was that Barry McCokener?
One now. What?
Nothing. Go ahead. Keep going.
Cocker, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
If I didn't get you, Go Tigers 504. Shout out to you. Kane Rip, the Spelling Bee Man. Shout out to you, sir. Debo Watson, shout out to you. Again, shout out to you. Nate, the Hope for Wolverine fan, shout out to you. Did I get you, Tiger Nation? If I didn't, Tiger Nation, shout out to you. SEC Dog, shout out to you. What else is in here?
You go. You've been here 4 hours.
All right, I guess. Oh, Wisconsin Sports Fan, 100, shout out to you.
You go. You've been here 4
Shout
hours.
out to you. Let's see, all right. Guess that's it.
You go. You've been here 4 hours. Thanks, Edward. The number to call in if you want to call in is 864-207-4522. Let's see what's going on in the chat here. What you guys arguing about tonight? SEC Dog says chips with white cheese. Now we're talking about Mexican food again. That's all I want. I'd rather eat cement block than Mexican food. My God, are you kidding me, sir?
Congratulations. You tried and you failed miserably.
You might be the only human being on planet Earth that does not like Mexican food. What are you, 9 years old? Chips with white cheese? Chips with white cheese, but you won't eat actual food? Chips and white cheese is not food. Michael Hogg wants to know, Pete, well, what would you grade the Panthers draft at? A B. Listen, the late round picks, listen to this. First of all, the offensive lineman from Alabama, who's the biggest human being on planet Earth, by the way. You guys remember that guy on Game of Thrones who was like 8 feet tall and 500 pounds? That's what this guy looks like. Devontae Brown. I mean, the guy is a walking Mack truck. Shi Smith, another South Carolina player. Great rival. Listen, they got him in like the 7th round, 6th round, I think. I can't believe Shi Smith fell to the 6th round. The tight end, Tony Trimble out of Notre Dame. Chuba Hubbard out of Oklahoma State. Now you have a backfield with Christian McCaffrey and Chuba Hubbard to complement them. So the Panthers, outside of, of course, they have Terrence Marshall as well, wide receiver from LSU, and Brady Christensen out of BYU, the offensive lineman. I think they did great. The only reason I'm not giving them an A and I'm giving them a B is because I wanted Justin Fields, and that's just a personal preference there. That's all that is. Well, that is true, SEC Dog. You will pay for eating Mexican food the next morning. I'm not disputing that. But it's worth it. How's it going, Joey Foster? What's up? You're on with Pete.
What's up? How you doing, Pigskin Pete? This is the Tiger family.
What's up, buddy?
How you been doing?
Huh?
I said, how you been doing? It's been a minute, man.
Well, I've been doing great. How have you been doing? That's the more important question.
Been doing all right, man. Got me a little side hustle right now. I'm trying to find me a job.
Oh, yeah?
But, it is what it is. I'll have something soon. Yeah, I graduated in December with a music ed degree, so I should have some things rolling in soon.
From where?
CSU.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember you. I remember you called in, God, man.
Yeah.
Almost like a year ago, it seemed like. Like last summer.
Yeah, I called in a couple of times a year ago, and then I I called in a couple of times, and I kind of got busy with college and stuff, and then I kind of tune in every now and then. I can, you and Lou.
No, I appreciate it. So, so now you're in the hunt for a job. And so after everybody who graduates college, it's now real life hits. Now you got to go get a job. Right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, good luck with that.
Yeah. Well, I've got something right now. Yeah, I've got something right now. I'm working with my cousin. He grows some strawberries, and it's a lot of work, and I've been helping him with that. Well, I've been kind of in the middle of the season right now. I've been making some pretty good money, but I do it for free because it's my cousin and stuff, but he pays me pretty good. So.
Well, that's good.
So I ain't bumming it up. I'm actually doing something.
But are you still in Charleston area?
No, I'm actually back home. I live in kind of near the Greenwood area.
Oh, okay.
And,
All right. Yeah, I know where that is. Yeah.
I just kind of moved back home, and I'll have something. I want to move back down there, get me a job down there, hopefully soon. So
Yeah, well, good luck, man.
we'll figure it out. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, just I called in. I watched a video of the college football playoff expansion. And,
Yes.
what you think has happened, what you would like to happen. And you said something, and I agree with it, but I also disagree with it. Like, well, I guess I don't necessarily agree and disagree, but what you said is you see the Power 5 conferences getting an automatic bid. And I definitely think that's going to happen. However, I think to kind of make it even fit more perfectly is, yes, the Power 5 conference gets an automatic bid, but the Power 5 conference needs to have like 10 wins.
Yeah.
Or the Power 5 champion needs to have 10 wins or more. I think that makes it, that way a 7 and, like Pitt had 8 or 7 wins that year and could have went. Or they could still get in if they're better than, if they're better than the other teams, if they've proven that. But, if you get the automatic bid as a champion, you need to have 10 wins or more. What you think about that?
Well, first of all, I wasn't the one that said that I think there's going to be an automatic bid. I think Uncle Lou's the one that said that. But anyway, that doesn't matter.
Okay.
I first of all, I don't want to see automatic bids.
I don't either.
I think here's what I think is going to happen. I think they're going to go to 8. And they may, I think there's about a 50-50 chance that they do automatic bids for conferences and then have maybe 3 at large.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe even designate one of those 8 spots, like the 6th spot or whatever, for the highest ranked group of 5 team, to make sure a group of 5 team gets in there every year, and then have 2 at large bids or something along those lines. Who knows how they're going to do it? I think when you start talking about you have to have a certain amount of wins to get an automatic bid, I think that really complicates things. I think they're going to try to keep it as simple as possible.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they'll go that, or like a win minimum, because then you get into the range of, well, yeah, this team has 9 wins, that team has 10 wins, but this team has a higher, a better strength of schedule and strength of record, and they beat more ranked teams than the team that won 10 games, and then it just makes things even more complicated. So I don't know about that.
The 10 win thing, it only applies to conference champions.
Okay.
That way, you can't have a 8-win conference champion if there's an automatic bid, which I don't want either.
Yeah. So you're referring to you're referring to the fact that I said that like in 2018 Pitt team, if they would have won, they would have been 8-4 or 8-5.
Yes. Exactly.
So they wouldn't qualify because they didn't win 10 games. Is what you're saying? Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. So you make it like, yes, you get in on that bid, but you also have like 2 outliers, or 1 outlier. You have to make sure you also have 10 wins.
Right.
And then you get the automatic bid.
Yeah.
If you're a conference champion. I think that makes a lot of sense. That's like the best of both worlds, I guess. And then you can even do that with the group of 5 conference. Because what if the group of 5 just beats up on each other, and it's like the best ranked team is 9 wins? They probably wouldn't be ranked in that situation.
So there's
no need to put that in.
Here's my problem with automatic bids in general. Even if you make a 10-win minimum rule, the whole reason we went from the way things were done before, well, at least for a brief period with the BCS, to the playoff committee, and there is no perfect system in college football. There's just too many teams to make a perfect system. But one of the main reasons is because the idea was, forget conference, forget any of that, forget even having to win a conference. They were supposed to just get the 4 best teams in the country. That's what it's supposed to be. Now, again, that's subjective when you just have a bunch of people in a room discussing who the best teams are. But once you do automatic bids, then we're not doing that anymore. Like, if you could have, and I'll make an argument for the SEC, which is very rare on here. Just because you don't win the SEC and you're an SEC team, maybe you're the second best team in the SEC, but you don't win the conference, does not mean you're not one of the 4 best teams in the country. You might still be, hell, you might be the second best team in the country and come in second place in the SEC on any given year. It's possible. Same with the Big Ten. So that's the main reason I don't like it.
Georgia was claiming that trip.
I'm first of all, I'm not the type of person that likes major changes in sports in the first place. That's just me personally. So I like it where it is. You know, I like 4. I don't think there's any on most years. There's not more than 4 teams that are going to win a national championship. I don't care how many teams you put in the playoffs. It's going to end up like, for instance, in 2018, Clemson was the best team in the country. Nobody was going to beat them. It wasn't going to happen. 2019, LSU, same thing. Nobody was going to beat them. Last year, nobody was going to beat Alabama. So, like, I don't care how many teams you put in there. That's still your 3 champions, right? So that's the way I feel about it. Yeah.
And see, I definitely agree. Like, I don't want it to expand. If it expanded, I would only want it to go to 6 at max. I don't want it to go like. But that's where I was coming from with the best of both worlds. Because like, if the conference champion, like I know only the best 4 teams have gotten in pretty much every year. Maybe excluding one. At least the best 3 teams have gotten in every year, in my opinion. That 4th one could have been switched out for a few teams.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just think I don't know. I think 6 would be my preference, and the first 2 get buys, I guess. And I loved your thing about, was it you or Lou that said something about home field advantage? That'd be so sick.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea too, because that prevents a lot of that prevents a lot of problems. With not playing as hard at the end of the season. That was Lou that brought that up, and that was a great point that he made. That's the first I've heard anybody really say it like the way he said it. But I agree. I think if you're going to expand, you have to reward the top 2 seeds, maybe even the top 3 or 4 seeds.
Exactly.
You got to give them something to play for at the end of the season if they're already going to be in there. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Exactly. So I just thought that was a cool thing. I definitely agree with you. I think the best 4 teams have been in it every year for the most part. Definitely best 3, and adding it to 8 isn't going to change anything, like you said. I was just thinking, that would give a system to allow, up to maybe even 3 teams from the SEC or 2 teams for the ACC.
Yeah. I don't.
If you also look at it, the Power 5 champions, like Alabama is usually a Power 5 champion, Clemson has been a Power 5 champion, and then like the 3rd team has been Oklahoma has been a Power 5 champion. So they're in. So they're already taking up those Power 5 spots, and they've got the automatic bids.
Yeah.
And, I mean, for the most part, if you're a Power 5 champion, usually, other than Pac-12 because they've just been garbage, but usually you're one of the best teams in the country for the most part. So that's where the automatic bid, I think, with the 10-win, thing that you have. Well, if you have to have the 10 wins, I think where that would come into play. That's what I was talking about.
Yeah. No, I understand that. I understand the thinking behind that, but I don't know. I mean, what was it, 2017 Alabama when they beat Georgia? They didn't even win their conference that year.
Yeah.
Hell, they didn't even win their division that year.
Exactly.
But clearly they were the best team, throughout the playoffs. So. Anyway, there's really no way to. There's really no right or wrong answer. I think that there's so many different ideas about how to do this. I just say stay within the parameters of 6 to 8. Anything past that, then you have the regular season games not mattering as much as they normally do, and that's all I really want to avoid.
Exactly.
That's it.
And then you got to worry about the players themselves. I mean, just like that's just so much on a. I mean, you got to think these are kids, like that's just a lot of wear and tear on their bodies,
Right.
And you have to get rid of regular sports. It's just a lot. So, and then think about how much practice they're going to have to cut down on. They probably have to cut down on practices, or maybe not. I don't know, but they've cut down on a lot. It's just there'll be a lot of stuff to get Penn State. So,
right.
Yeah, but also last thing I want to say is, old Justin Foster, I'm glad we got him back. That just makes our defense even. Just another guy we can throw in there. Keep fresh and have XT come off the edge for that Syracuse set.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, man.
I appreciate the call, brother.
All right. Well, it was good talking to you.
Yeah, you too. Shout out to him. Just graduated from Charleston Southern University. Now he's doing what most kids that graduate do, looking for a job. Let's see what you guys are arguing about in the comment section here. Always something going on in there. SEC dog is going in on Rob Sanders. LW says casual college football fans push college expansion and ESPN. ESPN wants more money. ESPN will ruin college football. Then when 7 and 10 ranked teams has the same record and 8 and 9 will be complaining it's unfair. Same problem. I would have to agree with 90% of what you just said. I do tend to see that most of the people that are, and you see it mainly during the season, during playoffs too, on Facebook or Twitter or even on YouTube, that there's a certain amount of people that only care about football during football season. Like they have no interest in it for 8 or 9 months of the year, none. And as soon as the playoffs come around, they don't really follow it year round. All they know is they see 4 teams in there, and then they see a bunch of people complaining that their team should be in there, and so they go, and maybe they're NFL fans or something too, and they go, "This is ridiculous. We need to have 16 teams, or you need to have more teams." But they don't even really, they don't have any really rooting interest in it. About what makes college football different than every other sport. So I agree that most of the people that have pushed for major expansion, most of them, not all of them, are more casual fans than anything. What's up? You're on with Pete.
Hey, Pete, it's Nate the Great.
Nate the Great. What are you this week? The depressed. Well, what's up, Nate?
Not much, man. Just want to talk about Cinco De Mayo. I don't know.
Okay. What does Nate the Great do for Cinco de Mayo every year? Well, what'd you do tonight or today?
We celebrated by eating tacos.
Yes. The American dream. Eating tacos on Cinco de Mayo.
Yes.
Can't go wrong with that.
Yeah, I actually had like soft shell tacos, by the way.
Soft shell.
Yeah.
Yeah. A tortilla. Right?
Yeah, tortilla.
A tortilla. Say it right. Tortilla.
Tortilla.
¡Claro que sí! ¡Ay, jaja! ¡Sí, señor! ¡Ah, ah,
Well,
So what you had a soft shell taco. What was inside of that sucker? What kind of taco was it?
well, meat, obviously, but like taco meat, like not taco, just
Taco meat.
seasoning meat.
So so ground beef is what you're saying. Yes.
And shredded cheese. It's not any other shredded cheese. It's Taco Bell shredded cheese.
Taco Bell shredded cheese. Everybody knows that the best Mexican food is Taco Bell.
Yeah, the aftermath is.
So did you and Mama Nate and Papa Nate go out to get this amazing and fantastic soft shell taco with Taco Bell cheese in it, or did you make this at home?
I didn't make it at home. We just got it at a grocery store.
Grocery store. So who made the amazing and fantastic soft shelled tacos? Was it your mom?
Yeah, she did. She just heated up on the gas, not gas, but the gas, what's it called? Stove.
Yeah.
Gas stove.
Right. So what else is on this thing other than ground beef and Taco Bell
Ground
cheese?
beef and sour cream.
Sour cream, okay. Yes.
And guacamole.
Guacamole.
Yes.
Yeah. Sounds good, man. What about hot sauce? You a hot sauce guy? No, you called in the other night, Nate, and you told me you ate medium wings at Wild Wings. So you're probably not a guy that likes hot sauce that much, are you?
Well, I do. I have a limit of this hot sauces, okay? I love hot sauce, okay?
Okay.
If it's too hot, I won't eat it. If it's like, let's say, the maximum I will eat is like mango habanero and Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah, that's pretty. Look, I'm somebody that really likes spicy food. I like hot. I like hot. And that one is that one's pretty hot. So if you can handle that, you're okay. I got you. You know.
But plus I actually had a virgin margarita.
A virgin margarita. Yes.
Yeah, it's a fake margarita.
Right. How'd you like that? Did you get salt on the rim, Nate?
It was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
What?
So your mom made the virgin margarita for you?
No, my dad did.
Your dad did.
He's the one who shakes it up with.
Yeah.
He's the one that shakes it up with orange juice, a little bit of Sprite, and a virgin. Or
There you go. There you go.
The fake margarita juice.
Now, did you? Did your dad? Something tells me your dad. He might have put some actual tequila in his margarita, didn't he?
Probably.
Yeah, of course he did. Of course he did.
Yeah, he actually did. He's sleeping right now. So that's probably why.
Yeah, he did. He's sleeping right now. He put a lot of tequila in that day. Just kidding.
Yep.
All right, Nate. What else you got for me, buddy?
Well, I just want to talk about that because I just want to talk about that. Just that. I don't want. Yep.
Okay, buddy.
Have a good Cinco de Mayo.
All right, Nate. You too. Nate the Great. Stopping through. This man said he ate soft-shelled tacos with Taco Bell cheese. Mommy's Toys. What the hell? Thank you for the super chat, Mommy's Toys. I definitely want to ask you about your name, but I'm scared too. We need more week 0 games, 8 in-conference games across the Power 5. Well, we need 9. The ACC and the SEC currently play 8 conference games. The Big 10 and the Big 12 play 9. What does the Pac-12 play? Does the Pac-12 play 8 or 9? I think they play 8. I don't know. Anyway, finish reading this. Also, 13 regular season games, 8 conference, 4 Power 5 non-conference, 1 non-Power 5. Well, so Mommy's Toys, this is the first I've heard of anybody saying they want to expand the regular season because you're more likely to see it go the other way. Now, I like the idea of having a certain amount of non-conference Power 5 games, right? I like the idea of that because we all want to see more, interesting non-conference Power 5 matchups. I mean, those are some of the best games of the year. But spanning the regular season to 13 games is not going to happen, especially if you start adding playoff games. You're more likely to see it go down to 11 games during a regular season than going up to 13. What's up, Dylan Deloney? How you doing, buddy? Yes, 30 likes is unacceptable. What's up, your Oma Pete?
My man, how you doing tonight, brother?
What's up, man? Who am I speaking with?
You know, Sippy had to call in for his nightly Southern Miss to the doggone top, baby. Let me hear it one time.
Southern Miss to the doggone top, baby.
Woo! Look here, man. Last time I talked to you, I kind of just threw that out there and I hung up and ran away.
Yeah.
This time I got a little something for you.
Okay.
I think we're going to go 8-4 this year in football. I also wanted to ask you, man, what if Clemson played Southern Miss? This year, we actually have to go to Tuscaloosa and play Alabama. So, yeah. But would it be the same if we had to go over to Clemson?
Yeah, well, I mean, the same for who? For Southern Miss or for Clemson?
For Southern Miss.
Yeah,
sure.
I mean, look, Clemson's one of the top 3 programs in the country, so yeah, it would be a big deal. Now, here's the thing: Clemson doesn't play lower classification schools normally outside of the state of South Carolina or Georgia. Typically, sometimes North Carolina too. So you know the chant. Yeah, the chant.
I've just never heard of these two schools playing.
That's a good trivia question. I can't think of. It certainly hasn't happened to I don't think it's happened in my lifetime. So somebody might tell me, oh, they played back in 1962. I don't know. Maybe they did, but I can't think of a time when they played.
For sure.
Yeah.
And the last thing I got is, man, could you ever see somebody like Southern Miss, or in particular Southern Miss, going to, like the American Athletic Conference or maybe the ACC, getting out of the stinking Conference USA that's trash?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know anything about that. Them coming to the ACC, I doubt that. How many students do they have there? Do you know?
How many what?
Students. How many? What's the? How big of a school is it?
Oh God, I don't know. I'm a dumb football fan, man. I have no idea.
Right. Yeah. Anyway, I doubt you're going to see Southern Miss join a Power 5 conference anytime soon. But maybe a reclassification or whatever of the Group of 5 conferences. Maybe they could move to, like you said, somewhere like the American or something. So you're not a fan of the Conference USA deal, huh?
No, not at all.
Yeah.
I don't think you win anything by winning a Conference USA championship.
Well, it's true.
But no, man, just a quick update on my show, man. I worked my way on the Hattiesburg radio this coming up Tuesday, man, for the Eagle Hour for Southern Miss. But thank you, Pigskin Pete, man. Always awesome hollering at you, brother.
All right, brother. Thank you.
Southern Miss to the top.
Southern Miss to the top, baby. Now listen, this, it seems silly, but this is the one of the main reasons I started this YouTube channel. Imagine getting that excited about being a Southern Miss fan, and I don't think that's a joke with this guy, right? He's not trolling. He really loves Southern Miss football that much, and that's what this is all about, folks. That's not something you hear every day. You know what I'm saying? The attitude is and the enthusiasm is infectious. So good luck to your Southern Miss. What are they? I don't even know what their mascot is. Good luck to Southern Miss this year, buddy. Yeah, that's great. All right, guys. I'm gonna have to cut a little bit short tonight. Well, it's 11, but normally I go on until about 11:30 or so. I got to get out of here, guys. Man, thank you to all the callers tonight. You're all amazing and fantastic. Thank you to all of the join members. The Eagles. Okay. The Eagles. Thank you to all the join members. You guys are amazing and fantastic. Thank you to, who was it? Some Mexican food kicking in. Mommy's Toys. Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it. Yeah, no, the Mexican food. It's not. That's not it. That's not it at all. I'm okay. Look, if I had to use the bathroom, I'd just take a 5-minute break and go use the bathroom. That's not it. All right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. I'll see you on Friday night at 10 p.m. Of course, everybody, make sure they go check out my boy Gold and Blue Dude. Thank you for sponsoring the show this week. You're amazing and fantastic, sir. Okay, and happy Cinco de Mayo.
Claro que sí. Ay, ja, ja. Sí, señor. Ah, ah, ah.